Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We've got a lot to talk about. The biggest news is AEW Big Business and the rating that came through a few hours ago. Obviously, everyone's already spoke about it. It's been out for a good few hours now, so we'll touch on it. I know there's probably people like, oh, please don't, because I'm sure you're sick of seeing it everywhere on social media. But we've got a few interesting different perspectives to take a look at, so we will touch on it. But we're going to start with WWE first. So this is from Booker T. He revealed that Sami Zayn was upset about the social media reaction to him winning the Gauntlet match on Raw. He was so literally upset about the online heat that he got from fans. He's like, man, I thought the fans loved me. And the next thing you know, I see all this. Now, what I would say is with Booker T, I'm not sure that you can take everything he says as gospel, just because I get the impression he likes to have a bit of fun. And certainly, I think that's the case with the story we're going to look at later. But here, he might be telling the truth. Or it might be that the truth is quite close to what is being said. This might be an exaggerated version of the truth. But at the end of the day, Sami shouldn't be down, and I hope he isn't down, because I don't think people have got any issue with him. I think, if anything, they want better for him. They don't really want him around the IC title. But it is true, people wanted Chad's. I think people really like Chad's. He's got a good story about his daughter crying and it meaning more to him. The fact that he's not someone that really gets to hold titles or be involved in big matches. Like, it feels like this is his moment, and I'm sure that Sami understands that. But the thing for Sami is, I think he would probably have faced Drew at WrestleMania. Don't forget, Drew was the person that sort of took Sami out for a while. Sami got attacked backstage, I think it was at the end of last year, by Drew. And I think they would have faced, but obviously CM Punk got injured. And so Drew is now facing Seth. And not only that, Gunther was going to face Brock. But Brock is not around now, and so that means Gunther needs an opponent. So Sami hasn't got anything to do. He's a big star for them. He was going to be, I think, taking on Drew, and so it's a no-brainer for him to kind of go into that slot. Chad, I don't think, was ever really factored in for WrestleMania. I do think there's a good chance he beats Gunther, though, Chad. I just think it's not going to be at Mania. I think we're going to maybe get it the Raw after WrestleMania, or maybe we get it a little further down the line than that. You know, I don't know quite what their plans are for Gunther at Bash in Berlin, but I've got to think Gunther's going to be in the main event of that. So, I don't know, could he maybe lose the title before then, and then maybe that's where he goes after a world title? I'm not sure. It's going to be very interesting, but Sami should not be down about this. So JD Jr., thank you. Gunther said, I do not believe that Sami Zayn has what it takes to be in my position. It is unrealistic. Good luck, Sami. Sean Ross Sapp revealed that Cody is a massive -700 favorite to finish his story at WrestleMania. This is really interesting. The bigger the minus number, the more favorite you are. In UFC, we tend to see people be around -220, maybe a -240, something along those lines. You get a lot of -180s and whatever. So -700 is absolutely massive. So the bookies, Bet Online, they're in very little doubt that Cody Rhodes is going to be finishing his story. Here's that other one that I was talking about. I'm going to play this, actually. This is Booker talking about how he and CM Punk almost got into it at NXT.
But I almost had like a little run-in with CM Punk. You know what I mean? The internet might want to pick that up. Me and CM Punk almost got into it at NXT this week. Yeah, so.
Oh, okay, well, you'll tell me more later?
We'll talk about it later. I don't want to put it out there because they're going to pick it up and, run with it. But, yeah, I'll talk to you about that off there.
Okay, we'll talk later.
I do not believe this for 1 second. I really believe that is Booker having fun. The way that he words it as well is like the internet might want to pick up on this. He says that at the start, but then says, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it because they'll pick it up." But he said at the start, the internet might want to pick up on this. For me, I just don't believe that you would say that during a live show. You would probably say it before you start recording, or you would just think it and then mention it afterwards. Like, you wouldn't tease, "Oh, I've got a little story to tell you, but I can't tell the people." I ain't buying this at all. I don't think there was anything. I think it's him and Punk just having a little bit of fun, or him just ribbing Punk. Maybe he's thinking he can start something, and then people will start asking Punk, "What happened between you and Booker?" So currently I ain't buying this one. So as I said, I think Booker T likes to have a little bit of fun. Right, listen, Bayley said, let's go bigger, let's whoosh. We're whooshing. So Bayley said, "I want the real you tomorrow. I dare you not to hold back. Bring all the damn chips you've got on your shoulder tomorrow night. Bring all the frustrations of injuries and being told no and not feeling like you're enough. Bring all the reasons you thought you'd be better off without me, because I'm bringing the best version of myself, and I can't wait to show you what a damn idiot you are." That is Bayley to Dakota. Whoa. After Dakota said your fairy tale is ending. Well, Dakota has actually responded. Look, she said, "You'll see the real me because I ain't in your shadow anymore. I've been compared to you throughout my entire career here. You took me under your wing because I was a safe bet that would always be loyal. F that. Can't wait to see you break." Whew. Love it, man. Really good. Really good. I'm actually more into Bayley versus Dakota than I am Bayley versus Io. I feel like the Dakota betrayal was worse than the Io betrayal. So I'm sort of more into that. I think it helps that they can both talk English and they can both kind of build up their side of it, So, yeah, that's going to be good, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Right, Big Bronson Reed said, "Y'all doing great work, letting your voice be heard, but those suits can be deaf. Keep it coming. We want #MeatMania." Now, I can see that MeatMania is starting to trend. It's coming up to around 2,000 posts. So, Big Bronson Reed trying to get that going. You can see Ivar says Otis, Bronson, Ivar. Who else is down for MeatMania? We've even got a logo. Look at this. Derek T. Lewis has given us a logo for MeatMania. It'll be interesting to see if this does gain some traction. I can't quite tell if they're trying to get it like loud and they're trying to create something out of nothing, or if WWE have already got this match planned and they're just trying to get the wrestlers to create some buzz for it, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think it might be the wrestlers that are trying to get this going, But either way, MeatMania would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun. Sarah Rowe, Valhalla, says, he, meat. You don't really expect that from Valhalla, do you? He, meat. And also, it was announced Boyaka, after his shocking return a few weeks ago, Rey Mysterio makes his way back to Smackdown tomorrow night or tonight, whenever you are watching this. Don't forget, we will be doing the live watch-along. We always start 2 hours before, and we will be live for Smackdown. Right, let's go down. Oh, some good stuff here. So KJ said Mercedes Mone's first AEW photo shoot. So here she is after making her debut in AEW. This is her at her first photo shoot afterwards. And it's interesting. It's good. It's she looks great as well. This gear looks amazing. I don't think this is going to be her wrestler. Clearly not those boots, but I don't think she's going to be competing in that. But I think this could be her entrance jacket. CEO on the back. Looks really good. Look at this as well. OMG, this is so good. Bayley, Naomi, Tamina, they masked up arriving at AEW. Do you remember we saw them? And their little clip they put out before. This is them arriving, apparently.
CEOs in the building. CEOs in the building. CEO. CEOs in the building. CEOs in the building.
They're having a great time, aren't they? CEO. I have got that in my head, man. CEO. 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 You can tell that's Bayley. Yeah, fun. And that was them. We looked at this and we watched this on yesterday's Unseen. And actually, Mercedes responded. She said, I love you guys. So Mercedes responding to this as they were balaclavaing up so that they wouldn't be recognized. Very good. Mercedes Mone celebrating with her brother, husband, mother, all of Boston chanting CEO. So let's go down here. So I think, is that her husband? That might be her husband. I don't know. I think that's her mother there. I think that's her mother. Mom. No. Oh, I put it on mute. Here we go.
We return to Toronto.
I think she says my mother there. And I don't know that I saw her brother. But yeah, she's just vibing there. So that was a little clip. Oh, here we go. So this is Kalisto, who basically said congrats. And she responded, love you, amigo. Lucha, lucha. I wish she'd put lucha things. That would have been better. That would have been better. But DMD, Dr. Britt Baker, has responded as well. That was just 9 hours ago. DMD. There's a meme as well here. So Tony Khan looking after Sasha, like as the rest of the women's division drowns, and right at the bottom of the pool is Britt Baker. I don't know what's going on with Britt Baker. No idea. We just have not been seeing her. I'm not aware that she is injured or anything along those lines. I mean, she was so over. She was the main woman in this division. And then, like, Jamie Hayter came in and she was working with her, getting her over. Jamie got injured. And really, since Jamie's been injured, just haven't really seen Britt Baker. So I do like this meme. Tony Khan looking after Sasha. Sasha, Mercedes, Banks, Monet. I do like that. The rest of the women's division struggling a little bit. And there's Britt at the bottom. And then the ratings came out, of course. So they came out at 801,000. Now, my gut reaction to that is it's low. I think that was everyone's gut reaction to it, was that it was low. The reason being because their average in recent weeks has been around the 820 mark. Last week, they did go down to about 780, something along those lines. So it is an increase on last week. But you would like to think that last week was just an exception. You'd like to think that last week was just a bad week. So before that, around 820. So I really was looking for this to be 860, 870, 880. For me, 900 was really not out of the equation. I wasn't thinking million. That would seem like a big jump. But it is Mercedes. So 801 came in, and disappointing is the word I'm going to go with. But we did find out that Mercedes' segment did do over 1 million, right? It did over 1 million. So she actually 4 hours ago tweeted out, "'Cause I'm a CEO, CEO." So she's not down on the overall number. And really, she shouldn't be. It's not her fault, is it? Her segment delivered. It's just the rest of the show really fell away. And we've got that breakdown. Although I will say, look, Elite Rockers, this was 11 hours ago. So this was well before the rating came out. Said Mercedes Mone's debut has garnered over 8 million views in under 12 hours across AEW's social media platforms. For comparison, CM Punk's debut did 46 million in that time period. Edge's did 27 million. So Mercedes doing 8 did suggest that this was going to be lower than expectations. And, you know, this was 11 hours ago, disappointing numbers. So, yeah, maybe, you know, maybe it's not done the numbers that we were looking for, but she seems pleased with getting 1 million. Mercedes Mone, AEW was watched by 1 million viewers and 0.32 in the 18 to 49 demo. Nando, shout out to you. Here, look at this graph. So open with 1 million. Then it drops after she goes to 899. Then it goes to 815. Then it goes to 737. Picks up for Will Ospreay, which is brilliant. That means Ospreay's a draw. We've increased quite a bit there for Ospreay. Then we go to Jay White, Darby Allin. You know, it holds, and then we start dropping down. As look at that. I mean, that is bad. That final bit is bad. 627. That's Willow and Rio. I don't think people thought she was coming back out. Otherwise, I'm sure they would have tuned back in again, you know. But, yeah, to go from 1 million down to 627. And there's a lot of people saying that this might be because of the Big Bang Theory. And it might be the run-in, if you will. It might not be because of Mercedes. It might be because of the Big Bang Theory. I don't know about that. It may have helped. It might not have helped. But, yeah, these are the numbers anyway. And I'm sure you've seen all this all over social media because it's all anyone is talking about. Mercedes was also shown at the Celtics game tonight and being promoted on TV. So Mercedes Mone, AEW wrestler, she was there in attendance. So that is AEW. Let's go to merch. Shall we look at this? A must-have for this. It is a must-have, guys. I don't know what you're wearing this summer, but if it is not a Jake the Snake Roberts fanny pack, then you are not doing life right. So they're available now. I'd imagine they're selling fast. So there you go, a Jake the Snake Roberts fanny pack. And look at this. Trish gives us an unboxing, a 55-second unboxing. So we got to watch this, haven't we? Trish doing a figure unboxing. Let's go.
She has arrived.
That's new.
Is. You may be asking, why brunette again? I know we have a previous figure with brunette hair, but she is very detailed. There's quite a bit of details that the last one kind of just didn't include. What we got here.
This is the WrestleMania series.
Here she is. But the best part here, I love this detail, is that, look at her butt. Can you see it? Can we get that? Let's see. Stratosphere. But that's my logo. There she is. And on the boots as well. So cute. Pretty cool. Yay. I really love her. And I hope that you love her too. Whoa, it's time to rock and roll. It's also time to get your orders in. I'll sign this one. And I'll sign this one. And I'll sign this one as well. It's all for you. Okay, go get your order in. Hit the link there.
There you go. You can actually get signed one, which is pretty cool, isn't it? You could get a signed Trish action figure from the link. You've just got to go to her accounts, get them whilst you can. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, there we go. It's maybe not the best figure that I've seen, but as Trish figure goes, it's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad for Trish figure. But something like an Asuka figure. I don't know if you've seen the Asuka one with, like, the robe and everything. It's amazing. Right, let's go to NXT, shall we? Yeah. Look at this. So this person came up with the NXT Good Noodles charts, right? So each superstar starts with 2 stars. Their actions on NXT and NXT Level Up Weekly will determine if anything increases or decreases. Ariana and Gigi both lose half a star for low blows. Brinley was super positive and earned a whole star. JC and Jasmine lose a star for treatment towards Thea. Roxanne loses both stars for her actions towards Lyra. Tatum is the ultimate good noodle and is the current leader. Thea earned 2 stars for standing up to JC and Jasmine. So this star system that Anthony's come up with, Ava loved it. She was like, please do this every week, right? Ava actually got in touch. And Thea Hail says, I love that it's called Good Noodles. Be right back. I'm making some noodles now. NXT Good Noodles. Paxley said, don't start thinking that you can pass me in the good noodle stars. Look at all the stars. Look at all the good noodles that Tatum's got there. So I do love the fact that it's fun. It's a fun idea. But I do love the fact that Ava's seen this and got in touch. Thea's got in touch. Tatum Paxley's got in touch. This is, guys, I don't think you understand. This is the next Dave Meltzer star rating right here. Yeah? Dave Meltzer's got his 5-star rating. Now we're going on to Good Noodles, right? This is how everything's going to be rated going forward. So I do love these. It's an excellent, excellent idea. Dijak speaking here. So RGD Entertainment said, I'm not being a jag-off when I say this. T-Bar walked so Dijak could run. And Dijak said, obviously I shiz post a lot, especially about T-Bar and Retribution, and deservedly so, because it was awful. But I'll say this. It taught us perspective, how to endure, how to appreciate, and how to fight for everything. Take something valuable from every experience. We did. It's good, isn't it? It's nice. This was announced as well that Trick and Carmelo will be facing at Stand and Deliver. That was announced today, confirmed today. We knew it was going that way, so no great surprise. But the graphic goes hard, man. The graphic looks good. And Trick got in touch. He said, bring your step stool, Carmelo. This is a grown man battle. We will handle this after I take care of Metaphor this Tuesday. So there we go. Trick Williams responding to this being made official. What else have we got? I think we've only got fun and then other. So look at this. We got the Cody figure with the rubber chicken that was thrown in the ring at last year's WrestleMania after he lost. So that's pretty fun. So Dead Man Talking, thank you. Oh yeah, look at this. This is just a fun video. So let's whoosh this in. Boom. This is Bayley, apparently. Well, it is. I know it is. But apparently rapping a John Cena song.
What you really like? Is this really life? Do you really fight? Do you feel the mic when there's millions watching? Are you super rich now? How much grip you copping? You the new kid, man. They just another day in the life. Connect. Pass those bill collectors. This is just another day in the life. More money, more problems. I ain't got money to solve them. It's just another day in the life. Getting mobbed by fans. Man, nobody even knows who I am. This is just another day in the life. This is just another day in my life.
It's good, isn't it? So there she is, just doing her thing. That apparently is, I've not heard that track before. That's apparently one of John Cena's tracks that he's got from his, I'm guessing, the album that he came out with back in the day. And there's other videos of her doing the rest of that song, like she seems to know every single word in it. Also, I do sort of recognize this background. Just round the back of Full Sail, they've got this amazing set of like a street. It's like a pavement with lampposts. It's got fake shop fronts. And I think it's because at Full Sail, they learn how to do like filming and editing and all of that sort of stuff. So I think they must use that as like a set. And then they can film, and then they can go in and learn how to edit it and learn how to kind of bring it to life. So this looks to me like it's there. So this looks like it was filmed round the back of Full Sail, which would suggest this is when she was in NXT. Yeah, look at this. Miss Clown said, it's a booger. So here is a picture. Random athletes 12 hours ago tweeted out Bronson Rechsteiner, who is now Bron Breakker, of course. And you can see a booger up his nose. Actually, can I get it for him? This is one of the most random things I've ever done. No. That's a shame. Hopefully he's got it now, though. So, yeah, that's one of them. When you get the picture, you go... They have done him dirty there. They easily could have said Bronson, you know, just a little. But no, instead, took his picture, got in. Right, shall we hear from Samantha Irvin's manager? Let's go.
This is Samantha's manager. A lot of you been asking about me, wondering what I've been up to. I just want to hop on here and let y'all know, rest assured, I'm still getting my check. Because for those of you paying attention, I cut myself a pretty sweet deal. That's right. Samantha ain't talking to me like that, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you why. Because not only am I making that check, regardless of the fact that it's been 3 years and I ain't hearing no record on the radio. I ain't seeing no music videos, award shows, nothing like that. She's all talk. But sister, I got my eye on you, Marlena. You the real star of the family. Now watch what I do. This is Samantha.
I have no idea what's going on there, but I was like, oh my God, we need to bring this character to WWE. Could you imagine if this was Ricochet's next manager? I don't know why. I can see this character coming out in like a big pimp coat, cane. You know, it's got a bit of a swagger walk as coming down. Like maybe we could put like a few wrestlers with this person. I have no idea what all of that was about though, but I must admit I was not expecting this today. So there is Samantha Irvin's manager, just having a little bit of fun. Let's do the other folder then. Here is Brady just showing us the Wednesday gear. This is the, obviously Alexa said she had some Wednesday Addams gear that she had not used. Here it is. This apparently is that gear. This is what was inspired by Wednesday Addams. So Brady, thank you. Oh, this is interesting. Botched eye surgery. So Vince personal VHS tape, right? This is the HLA episode of Raw that was at Iowa State in 2002. This tape has everything that happened in the arena, including dark matches, heat tapings, Raw and post-show. Vince would have one of these to watch on demand in his office. Long before digital, these were disposed of when WWE moved headquarters a few years ago. I hope they weren't disposed of, because could you imagine having a tape that's got absolutely everything on it, all the outtakes, absolutely everything? I hope they weren't disposed of, or at least I hope they were digitized before they were disposed of. But how interesting is this? So botched eye surgery, shout out to you. WWE has filed for the trademark Drake Maru. I think that's how you pronounce it. Drake Maru. Apparently it's a guy that's been on like NXT Level Up a couple of times. So we should be seeing Drake Maru in the future. Baron Corbin has revealed that his contract was up at the end of last year. And he stated that his NXT run, particularly his work with Bron Breakker, gave him his spark back. He said, my contract was running up at the end of the year, and it's kind of one of those things. Swoosh at him, sexy lady. Kind of one of those things. It's a question of like, what am I going to do? Do I need to go and find myself or whatever? NXT was going so well, and the opportunity to work with him, I was like, man, this is where I belong. This is how we get the life back to what I'm doing. So he seems to be really enjoying himself. And that's good. I'm really, really pleased for him. I think this stuff he's doing with Bron is the best stuff he's done since he came down to NXT. Here we have got, oh yeah, look at this. Public Enemies podcast said, my boy is stronger than Thanos on steroids, because 90% of the IWC would have folded the instant Mercedes Mone started walking towards them.
Thank you, Scott!
She screams, thank you, Scott. So I clicked on him, and apparently, look, look at this. I'm only here to support Mercedes fan accounts. And he calls himself Mr. Sasha Banks. So he is like a Mercedes Mone super fan. So she must know him and recognize him from meet and greets and whatever. And she's gone over and given him a big cuddle and screamed, thank you, Scott. Look at it. I love you, crying face. I mean, this is an amazing moment, isn't it? This is an amazing moment. Imagine your favorite wrestler doing this to you.
Thank you, Scott!
That's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Here we go. Drake Morrow. So, is it Bow Morris? So, Morris was on Smackdown when he and Javier Barnell were beaten by the Authors of Pain. So there we go. He's going to go by that name going forwards. Paul Heyman said, this is Sam, not Sam. I feel like I'm reciting a Dr. Zeus book. Sam had so many nice things to say about me. All deserve him, but nonetheless. I almost started liking Sam. Not Sam. Almost. So he's just saying that's his way of saying thank you to Sam Roberts for the kind things that he had said. And here, Sam said, did I just join the bloodline? And what I love is Megan went, I think so. Congrats. I did like this little interaction here. This was one of my favorite things I saw. Love that. So now Sam Roberts is officially part of the bloodline. I think so. Congrats. But 2 years ago we lost Scott Hall. Such a cool moment seeing him praise Asuka. So Asuka, when she was in NXT, she said, I respect Goldberg so much. He is amazing. I am honored to be the longest undefeated champion with the longest streak in WWE history. So that's what she put out. This would have been years ago. And Scott Hall replied, you are much more talented than Goldberg. You're much more talented than Goldberg. So Scott Hall there. Amazing. Brilliant. Cody Rhodes said, know your value. But beyond that, dig in and do the work. Don't turn a blind eye to valid criticism. We play in a game where you should constantly improve and seek that final form. So some encouragement there from Cody. Now, if we go back to the full screen, look at this. So Raquel said, living for that chamber life, on my healing journey and finally getting to test out the hyperbaric oxygen therapy. What do you think? I plan on sharing all the new technology I'm learning about to heal myself and hopefully help others too. At Revive Biotech. So what's it called? A hyperbaric. Oh, I've heard that. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy. So, God, she's going through it, isn't she? She's really, really going through it. She's got a nice book, though, in there. Don't know if you can read. It doesn't look fun being in that. It looks quite... bit claustrophobic, whatever, you know. But even so, she's really going through it, and obviously we wish her nothing but the best. But it would be really interesting, actually. Would be really interesting to learn about all the new technology that she's finding out about and see what she's learned. So hopefully she will kind of come back with some interesting bits. Michin said, finally, thank you, render gods. Yes, the render gods have blessed us with new renders. We've got renders for Bianca Belair, Gigi Dolan, Michin, and Roxanne Perez. So thank you, render gods. Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona were at Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premiere. Didn't even know there was a new Ghostbusters, but there they are at the premiere for that. Amazing. Isla Dawn said, I don't see anything wrong here. Look at this, man. She proper melts. Like, her head sort of twists round. She starts glitching. She goes down. Oh, look at this. Look at this glitch, man. She's on the floor. I mean, what is this? What is that? That is one hell of a glitch. It's freaky. If that was going to happen to anyone, I tell you, Isla Dawn's not a bad person to that to happen to. She's kind of got that dark, mysterious gimmick anyway. Look at her just glitching out on the floor. So she said, I don't see anything wrong here. Undertaker said here, the Undertaker expressed he's still facing a struggle of not being an in-ring performer anymore. 4 years removed from his retirement, stating that a lot of times he's been visiting venues and he's ended up leaving because there's still that part of him that says you should be going out there. He's really struggling not wrestling. And he joked, you know, who knows, maybe I could have had one more match in me, but... you know, what with Sting just retiring and everything, maybe it's not to be. And he went, no, I'm just joking. I didn't mean that. Like, I think he was just joking. I don't think they're teasing anything there. Because as soon as he said it, it was like, oh man, that's gonna be everywhere now. Like, he knew that he had just said something. So, but that would be amazing. You know, a cinematic match, Sting Undertaker. I'm still holding out hope. But I just don't think it's ever going to happen, unfortunately. Certainly not expecting a proper match or anything like that. But he says he's done. He says he's done. He has said he's done before, but he says he's done. Sportskeeda. So here we go. MNSE's president and CEO, Wendy Blackshaw, said, we are hopeful, and I hope we get it, WrestleMania 41. It would be amazing. So the Minneapolis, basically, the city of Minneapolis has submitted its bids, and they really want to get WrestleMania 41. Apparently, it's them or Vegas. Them or Vegas. Those are the two places WrestleMania 41 looks like it's going to be coming from. And then this is our last one. So here, look, Josie Walford's, known professionally as Minerva, the first women's wrestling superstar in the 1890s, 130 odd years ago. She emerged from the circus and the burlesque circuit, just like me, where wrestling exhibitions were common, using her genuine skill to be widely recognized as a champion. Women's History Month. Amazing, isn't it? So regarded as the first women's wrestling superstar. You really should be aware of Brian Solomon. He makes and writes amazing books on wrestling. He's got loads of interesting facts. And here's one for you right here. And that's it for today. Obviously, the big news today was the AEW ratings. WWE front was a little bit quiet, but a few little fun things in there. But our attention, of course, now turns to SmackDown, and we should have a very interesting SmackDown on the way. The Rock is going to be there. We know that Rey is going to be there. We know Bayley and Dakota are facing off. So don't forget, we will be live for that. We start 2 hours before. We go all the way through, and I'll have another Unseen for you after. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.